Hello, this is Stanley with the Deep South, and I want to show you a kit that I've been carrying with me when I go hunting. I've been carrying it with me for the last 5 or so years, and so basically just a small kit that I could put in my cargo pockets and forget about. The original purpose was just to have something light and not bulky that I could stick in my cargo pants or forget about, which I've almost done because I've almost washed it a couple times. But over the years, I just kept adding to it and turning it into more of a survival kit, and that's not what I need. What I need is just something light that I could put in my pockets and forget about. It's not bulky and not heavy, and that I'd have with me on my person at all times, and I wouldn't be tempted to take it out of my pocket and put it in my backpack or something. That way, if I fell out of my deer stand or I slid down a gully, broke my leg, was incapacitated in some way, that I'd have it with me and there wouldn't be any excuses. So what it's turned into is this big bulky kit, and right now it weighs in at 172 grams. I want to disassemble it and turn it back into a rescue kit and not a survival kit. And what I've got here is their 3x5 vinyl envelopes that I got from hoodswoodsurvival.com, and they're very, very durable and practically waterproof. The only time you get water in it would be around the edges or if you didn't seal it correctly. I've got a poncho behind it, and I've got it wrapped up with a couple bands from asparagus. And every time I buy asparagus, I always save these rubber bands because they're very durable, and they're a lot better than the commercial rubber bands that you find around your office or your house. So I always save these because they're really good rubber bands. I've got very good clothes with me all the time when I go hunting, so I really do not need a poncho because I shouldn't be in the woods no more than overnight at the worst. It's going to be just a few hours at the most. I'm never more than 2 miles from my house for somebody to help me. And if I don't show up at the end of the day, then I know that somebody's going to come looking for me. But right now in the kit, I've got some paracord, small photon light, a button compass, some dental floss, a pencil, some zip ties, I light my Fire Scout fire starter, fire steel, a small Swiss Army knife, some toilet paper that I can also use for tinder. I've got a small Zippo lighter, and around it I've got orange flagging. And if I did find myself lost in the woods, I could make a trail with that. And I've also used it if I had it on me and had a wounded animal and I was tracking it, that I could use this flagging right there to put on trees and help me find the game when I was trying to recover it. So that's just wrapped around a small Zippo lighter. In an emergency situation, I'm going to always reach for the Zippo first. If I'm out there and I'm freezing cold and I'm trying to start a fire, I'm going to go to the Zippo first. In the last resort, I'll be using the fire steel. Nothing against fire steels, but if I'm cold, I'm cold, and I want to get warm quick, especially if it's a situation of life and death. And if I'm at the bottom of a deer stand, I just figure that I can just rake up some leaves around me and hopefully be able to start a fire if I am there overnight with a broke leg or something like that. But here's a rescue whistle, safety pin, desiccant pack. I save those out of all my prescriptions and put them in all my little kits and stuff like that, just to absorb moisture out of. Some duct tape. It's wrapped around a credit card. an index card that I can write a note on. Some dryer lint. And a wet fire. And what I think personally that I would need just for a few hours while I'm in the woods incapacitated, unless I'm unconscious, I'm going to carry tinder, which is the dryer lint, my lighter with the flagging, a button compass, the whistle, the fire steel, the light, and then wet my fire. I'm going to put all the other to the side. So I want to see what the difference in weight is in bulk. I'll do this much neater at a later time. I've gone from 172 grams down to 77 grams. Much thinner. And so that's going to be the bare minimum I carry with me. I really don't need a knife on me, because I've always got a knife on in my pocket, or I've got one on my belt also. Toilet paper, another thing, I can make do. I just have to suffer through the consequences, but I could use it for tinder later. But I've got other types of tinder. And another thing, I do not like using white when I'm in the woods during deer season, because you can be mistaken for a whitetail very easily. So I always shy away from anything white with me. I don't need dental floss. I don't think that's something that's going to be life and death, not having dental floss, or rubber bands to paracord. If I needed that, I could use if I needed any kind of cordage, I could use the cordage off my boots. Don't think I'm going to need a pencil, and I don't think I'm going to need the rest of it. Anyway, that is the bare minimum I think that I need to carry with me when I am on a deer stand or walking through the woods. If I needed a survival kit, and I would have that with me in a backpack or something like that. But when I'm deer hunting, like I said earlier, I'm never that far from help, and I think this is the bare minimum I need to carry with me. So if you've got any suggestions, or if you got any questions, feel free to ask me. But I've been carrying it with me 5 years, and this was the original kit, and I think I'm going to go back to it. And I've got other kits that are already designated as survival kits. So let me know your thoughts and any suggestions, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.